To review TVs early on this channel, sometimes I've had to pay a lot of money to ship TVs from the USA to the UK where I'm based, frequently having a nosebleed or losing an arm and a leg in the process. However, I've always made sure to buy these televisions from Best Buy in the USA due to their reputation for taking good care of the TVs during shipping, and so far I haven't bought a broken TV from them yet, touch wood, which makes me very happy after spending so much money on international courier and import duty. So when the company approached me to do a sponsored video on Best Buy's top TV deals, of course I jumped at the chance to support a retailer with whom I've had a great shopping experience, even from across the pond. Looking at the landing page, there are many affordable, entry-level televisions on offer, but since I haven't tested any budget TVs this year due to time constraints, this buying guide will focus on OLED TVs I've reviewed in 2022. Among these OLED deals on Best Buy, the LG C2 would be my top pick, continuing the South Korean brand's C-series heritage of delivering excellent value for money. Most potential buyers will be attracted by its comprehensive next-gen gaming features, such as very low input lag, 4 full bandwidth HDMI 2.1 ports that can do 4K 120Hz Dolby Vision not available from any other OLED brand, compatibility with all 3 main VRR formats including the open standard HDMI Forum VRR, AMD FreeSync Premium and NVIDIA G-Sync, as well as the most accurate HGIG implementation on the market. With the Samsung S95B QD OLED suffering from HDR VRR gaming issues following the latest firmware update of 14.03, which I intend to investigate if I find time, LG OLEDs, especially the C2 series, are undoubtedly the best gaming TV to buy on the market right now. The smallest 42-inch version can also be used as a PC gaming monitor, and is now available from Best Buy at $1,000, representing a $300 discount from its launch price. Talking of which, even though the 42-inch LG C2 I bought in the UK used an older WBC panel, word on the street was that the US launch of the 42C2 was delayed for a few months in order to secure more WBE panels. So if you buy a 42-inch C2 from Best Buy using the link in the YouTube description below, you're almost guaranteed to get a WBE panel, if that's important to you for theoretical longevity reasons. Now, browsing through Best Buy's top deals page filtered down to OLED, some of you may be tempted by the step-down LG B2 series. For example, this 65-inch model at $1,400, or the larger 77-inch B2 at $2,100. However, you need to be aware that the LG C2 will feature a more advanced Alpha 9 Gen 5 processor, whereas the B2 will use the step-down Alpha 7 Gen 5 processor. And based on my experience having tested multiple LG OLED televisions over the years, I've seen the South Korean brand prioritize its more advanced TVs in terms of adding new features via firmware support. For instance, among 2020 models, the LG C10 and G10 received 4K 120Hz Dolby Vision support through a firmware update. But the B10 was excluded since it used an entirely different chipset. So if you are considering buying the LG B2, I would strongly recommend just spending a few $100 more to get the step-up C2 at the same screen size to secure not only superior picture quality however slightly, but also potentially better future-proofing. Now, all the talk of LG OLED's gaming prowess makes it very easy to forget that they are great for watching movies too. In fact, among OLED manufacturers in 2022, only LG Electronics provides full 3D LUT calibration and HDR tone curve adjustment capabilities, which is the main reason why LG OLEDs are the most popular consumer televisions used as client reference monitors in grading suites, and are indeed the only ones recommended by Dolby in their Dolby Vision Color Grading Best Practices Guide. Note that the document was last updated in February 2021, and so doesn't include the latest models such as the C2. If you are one of those who are troubled by the mild, inherent stutter in 24 frames per second movies, which is made worse by OLED's near instantaneous pixel response time, LG's cinematic movement setting under the True Motion submenu is also, in my opinion, the most convenient and effective method to smooth out the 24p stutter while incurring less soap opera effect or SOE than motion interpolation algorithms from other OLED manufacturers. Casting our eyes at other brands, the 55-inch Sony A80K OLED is $300 off at $1,300 on Best Buy's Top TV Deals page, which is priced the same as the 55-inch LG C2. I'm in the early stages of reviewing the 65-inch model of the Sony A80K at the moment, but my first impressions are that the Sony A80K has the upper hand in gradation and upscaling of low-resolution content, whereas the LG C2 wins in near black luminance accuracy after calibration, and of course in gaming with its 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, lower input lag, and 4K 120Hz Dolby Vision support. On Sony TVs, 4K 120Hz and Dolby Vision support on its HDMI 2.1 ports are mutually exclusive, and you have to jump through hoops to switch from one to the other and vice versa. So playing 4K 120Hz games in Dolby Vision on the Xbox Series X is definitely out of the question on Sony TVs. When choosing between LG and Sony OLEDs, it really depends on your individual viewing habits and requirements. If you are interested in the most responsive gaming experience, go for the LG C2. But if you are predominantly watching low bitrate, heavily compressed content, then the Sony Bravia A80K would be the better choice. Now, regardless of which OLED television you buy, some of you may be concerned about OLED burn-in. Even though OLED televisions these days have so many anti-screen burn measures built in that the risk of permanent burn-in is extremely low, as long as you vary the content you display on screen. However, if you are that sort of person who wants absolute peace of mind, then Best Buy actually sells a warranty plan called Geek Squad Protection that can cover your OLED against hardware failure for up to 5 years, which includes screen image burn-in according to the terms and conditions. Very few other US retailers offer a warranty that covers OLED burn-in, so this is another reason to purchase your next OLED television from Best Buy. If so, please use the link in the YouTube description below, which will help support the technical work we do on this channel. Thank you very much. Now, once you have purchased an OLED television and start watching some content, you may encounter some weird anomalies without knowing what they are. To learn more about these anomalies and how to fix them, go watch my explanation video by clicking here.